don't. But yeah, this is more for to look cleaner.
And Kai, what about the detecting the admin user password? Did that guy find a chance to hack it? The admin panel on live on production.
What do you mean?
We have an admin panel on the production.
No. That's a good thing you bring it up. Matteo implemented this. I'm not sure. So this is a bit like, if we are not sure this thing is watertight, I'm not sure we should have it on main. Or like let's hear Matteo on this. Like, what's your opinion? Because you can directly edit the database, right?
Yeah, sorry, I was distracted. What are you talking about?
Just the admin panel. So what we will do for the mainnet is one thing, I will just deactivate the GraphQL playground, because I think Amin was afraid that people could go there and make mutations that we should not allow. So I'll just completely deactivate the playground. That's the easiest. I just deny the root. But for the admin bro thing, I don't know if it's secure enough, or I just wanted to hear your opinion on how we should treat that for the main version.
Yeah, I think it's safe enough. We're treating the password like a regular email password login flow. So unless you want to check how it's working on the database, I think it's safe to go. I would maybe remove the admin at Giveth.io user and just keep the other ones that we have.
And please be if you try this on Next, maybe you can see if it still works, because we changed the database, right? We changed the database to a hosted one. And by the way, everyone is behind this, right? I just want to see one last time. Monique?
So I'm not, I'm just very tense for other issues for the admin, bro. I really, suggest that we put two-factor authentication, or sometime maybe we don't publish it on the internet, just creating a VPN in a special server, and after that the user can log into the admin dashboard. Maybe, I don't know. Because it's going to be easy for password guessing, or the tools that guess the password. Even if you have a complicated password there, it's just a username and password to access all of the data.
I think this is mostly used by Ashley, Mitch, maybe Lauren. Do you guys use it that often, or could you live without it for a few days if we decide to, out of security reasons, deactivate the admin panel for a few days on the main production?
I don't think so that we can skip it, because the verification stuff, listing, unlisting. There are lots of serious businesses that we have on the production.
Okay.
Kai, did you say that you deactivated the interface, GraphQL interface?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, and I just want to confirm I used the admin bro this morning, and it did list the projects that I listed, so it's still connected.
Yeah, but you used it on the main deployment, right?
Yes.
Okay. We are only using the different database now for the next .giveth.io for the staging. And what is a good time? When is a good time? I will do that same thing with the production.
You mean for the admin bro itself, or for the listing and unlisting? Are you talking to me, or are you talking to everybody?
Oh, I'm talking to everybody. Okay. Thanks, Ashley.
I think we have to do it as soon as possible. Maybe tomorrow, because we have time until the Wednesday.
I can do it anytime. I can do it after this call. I would just deactivate the front end for, like, if I can do that in Vercel, for like 20 minutes.
IDS, Metal, Amy.
I mean,
all right.
no opinion there.
I'm really bad at backing up and migrating stuff. So what I used was I got the whole database with dbeaver. But it basically runs the dump, and then I upload that dump again. So I'm doing it very Neolithic, but it seems to work. Just so you know.
How many minutes do you think that we're down?
5
minutes.
5 to 20.
Yeah, we are in the middle of the week.
If it's really bad, don't worry. Like I can really do this anytime when it's convenient for you. I can do it also like late at night before I go to bed. So you guys are for sure asleep then because you have a few hours in front of me.
I suggest that we see your traffic. We have to do it, before Wednesday. I think, because we're going to near launch, and we reduce our risks. But let's see which hours in the day we have the less traffic. Mitch can give us clue, and please let us know to be supportive at least one front end and one back end. To make sure that everything is going well. And let's do it as soon as possible.
All right. That's it for me.
Mitch, which time do you suggest for having a 5-minute down?
Well,
during day.
Push the version, no? It's like Friday at midnight here.
No, we were talking about not the weekday, just the hours of the
hours of the day.
Yeah.
Have to look at that, but I would assume somewhere at night.
Okay, so I think you can post in the channel, in the all dev channel, wherever, and mention Kai, and if everybody agrees, with the support of a backend and a front end, we can finalize it. And I suggest we have a at least under construction thing. Can we regret?
Yeah, it won't work anyway. There is no. I have no option in Vercel to log the deployment. They have it on other services like Netlify. You can just have the page up there and password protect it or something, but there's nothing on Vercel. I would say I just do it at one point, and I can write a message in the Discord, but it's usually fast enough. Even then, I could also look for if there is a new project and see and import that maybe. And I don't want to go too long with this. It's not important enough, I would say.
So, what about the DDoS attack? Did that guy find a clue on DDoS? So many requests. Did he did it for the security?
So our audit was only for the main website. I think he did not try any rate limiting. Yeah, we should ask.
Yeah. I really want to know how many requests per second makes us down.
Not many is my guess. We have one process running that does that, and it does other stuff as well.
I think the most viewed page is donation page, because we have Wizard for creating projects. But for donation page, there are lots of businesses there, product businesses, loading some tokens, donating or listening to the network. And for that specific page, I really want to know how many requests per second we can handle.
All right. I'll put the question, and that's all I can do. I don't know.
Okay, we really didn't did any intentions distractions for this meeting, but we jumped in talking about this stuff. Yeah, guys, we have to finalize it. For security stuff, I think we're almost done. And we talked and we planned for it. But for rate limit, we're still open. I'm not sure, Mohammed. Do you have bandwidth or?
Okay. I just need a front end dev to implement something in the front end to solve the problem. Cherik suggested a way that it seems it would be good, but we need some changes in the client. Sorry about the admin bar. I have a suggestion. Can I say it now?
Go ahead. Sure.
Yeah, Kai, could you set up a VPN on a server to everyone just with that VPN could browse admin bar? So if Ashley or Mitch will go to admin bar, they connect to VPN, then Nginx allow it or something like that. Is it possible?
It might be possible. I don't know how to do it yet, but
if we can do it, I think it's okay. It's a suggestion. If we can.
It's a good suggestion. I'm not confident enough to implement it, but it's a good suggestion.
Great.
Also, we need a server, Kai. I just remember now that we need a server for having the distributor private key there for the Give economy. We can talk about it later. Yes, in the context of having different servers.
Yeah, and if we need it, I don't want to tangent off that discussion, but I'm excited about the need of a server.
Okay. So from the security side, we have DB migrating that we plan for it. Also, the security stuff that's listed, and we can finish things up to Wednesday. For the security issues. You did first.
One of them, maybe after the pull request, all the issues will be except one that it was about. I didn't understand the meaning still in the comments.
Mm-hmm. There is a thread. Yeah, there is a thread for dev and scopes.
We created all the items we put all the items in an issue and fixed them. From 4 of them are addressed. Just one of them, I cannot understand the meaning. Stripping comments.
But his Tava is in that channel, and he can respond. If you put your questions there in the channel, in the thread, I'm sure that
concise by Kai. Kai, what was the meaning of that? Sorry, can you answer? Huh? Okay, I can ask that.
Sorry, I'm just fighting with the baby here. Yes, which one? What point is the one you don't understand?
Stripping comments before lunch.
Yeah, I don't get that as well. I think because I don't know how we don't use many comments. It sounds like but it also makes no sense because the code we write, even if we put comments there. Let's just ask. I don't know.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem to be a big thing. All the other points are done by now. I can confirm that.
Thank you. Any other DevOps security stuff that we need for lunch?
There is a little more, but I can do this asynchronously as well. But just to give you an idea, we had a little list. Yeah, so one thing that's really bugging me is I wrote this. I tagged Mohammed that on the impact graph we had. I don't know if you're the right person, but I tagged Mohammed. In the impact graph, we have this thing where it says this is not like one function that we use is not production ready. It's leaking memory. Do you know what I mean? And dev and SecOps.
You're muted.
I don't know where I put it. I will put it again here.
You can create even an issue in the impact graph. We can handle it.
Yeah, okay.
And about the Pinata stuff, is something remained?
No, we're good. I should bump up the server a bit. And basically, so the only thing we can do is that one thing where I will make an issue, and that's really that's about how we run the impact graph. And my question is if it would be more stable on Docker, or if we could easily like horizontally scale the process if we Dockerize it or something, because we might need to. We don't know how many requests we can handle, but I bet not many. But this will I'll ping our team, our SecOps team, and ask for if they can run an attack, or that will overload us.
Very good idea, Brian. Idea to scale horizontally. Sorry for interrupting. We need to consider in our design, as Mohammed has responded somewhere, he's right, that we are processing events. And for instance, in sync of campaigns and projects, campaign and Giveth trace and project and the Giveth IO. Am I right, Mohammed? Or we do message passing between these two servers, and in order we want to utilize horizontal scaling, we need at least define, maybe the easiest way to define the master role, or that only one server process those events. It needs a little deployment and thinking.
Yeah, and as you said, we have something in the processing events, and besides, we have some cron jobs that we should consider that just a master instance call the cron jobs and do the stuff. Yeah.
In theory, the way I understand, like in large deployments, stuff like the impact graph would be scaled to like just the impact graph itself, like middleware for the database and the front end would be running on let's say 5 nodes. And a service like the one you said, it should be its own service container, and it should only run once. And every service should be its own container. But that's just a theory, I know.
I don't know. First, when Kai, we don't like it. But when we get the Azure subscription, we thought maybe we can utilize the features of the Microsoft. Maybe its cloud infrastructures has some built-in feature for load balancing, scaling, and something like that. It would be nice if we spend a few hours to at least research on that, and maybe it can make that for us very easy.
Yeah, so I'm really down to like help with that, with the like orchestration of it all. I've looked into it, and it's not the hardest thing. One of the hardest things is the database, to get a database talking to that, and that's why one of the reasons why I wanted to migrate to the hosted one, because it's this makes it easy to talk to the database, even if in a crazy horizontal setup with many nodes. And I'm really down to help with this. But this is also likely fast follow. It's not really, it doesn't have to be all.
So thank you, Kai. So to sum up things, we have migrating DB. We have to have a confirmation from Mitch in the dev channel, and after that, Kai do it. But before Kai take it, please let us know. For a security checklist, work in progress with Amin and stuff. I mean, if you need help, please let me know. For the rate limits, Mohammed, would you please take it with coordination of the Mateo? Because Ramin is a little bit busy on the stuff related to the responsiveness. And for Pinata, I really didn't get it that we want to Dockerize it or not, but I heard something in the channel for the Pinata that you have to set some configuration for the environment.
It's done. You can test it, but it should be working. It's all done. We are running on Pinata on main deployment since a few hours.
Yeah, that's amazing. I just checked the performance revision on Next.js, and we are great. 89% out of 100.
Great.
You could even see it in the performance that we changed.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because the CDN was taking a lot of the first loading time on each page. So the improvement is outstanding.
So we will pass our keys and even on a reading from IPFS. Is that what you mean, or no? Because they are uploaded by a pro account. They are served faster. Which one?
Yeah, we are not being rate limited, I guess, and also we have our dedicated gateway that we're using because of the pro plan.
So that gateway only serves our uploaded files?
It would serve us anything in the IPFS network. I can restrict it to only our own files, but you can only access it with the credentials anyway. So for now, it's open. If we use our gateway, we can access all of IPFS, but we can limit it to just what we pinned if we want.
Because maybe it's good to restrict that. Will we have that credential in our website? So in the front end user fetch files from the Pinata by credentials. Matteo, do you know? Or only if they are used for server-side rendering?
No. We don't use anything on Pinata for the server-side render. We just use the plain URL coming from the database.
I didn't get it. Because,
what's the question again?
We want to read from the Pinata. Do we add any credential to the request in order to? Yeah, we have a member of the pro account. Please serve us faster.
Yeah, Kai, I can reply that, I think.
Yeah, because I think we should restrict that only to our uploaded files. Otherwise, anyone who get our key can use our gateway for the usage.
Okay, I'll restrict it. I left it open because I think running the script by Mohammed required us to pin other files. That's why I left it open. But I can close it down now, and we can test. I can open it up later as well.
So reading from our gateway needs credential, right? Is it right, Kai? And the files are uploaded by us can be used. Yes.
Yes. I think so. That's how I understand.
I don't have any clue on the recent talks that you had, but I'd really love to help you. If I can set up a meeting, make it more clear, type something, please come tell me.
No, I can read myself later.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I may have a talk with you after the meeting. So I think the list is all checked and planned for Thursday. Migrating security checklist, rate limit, and also set the VPN for admin Brown live. at least make it more secure. Yeah. I'm really afraid of that admin bro on production. And yeah, I think all of them are planned and talked. Before we go to Lauren, because the rest of the meeting is going to be managed by Lauren. But before that, I just have a question, because we have Ashley here. Ashley, there is some business questions that we might have. What we should do after the edit of a project. For example, you had guideline for listing or verification, and after I edit my project, all the things going to be changed. For example, I can change the whole title, remove all the picture provided. Even I can change the whole context of the project. So shall we, after every edit, shall we set do you want to have a review of the verification process or listing process again, or what should we do?
I think that's a good question. Right now, the email states that they should make the necessary edits and then let us know so that we can review it. That's what it says in the email. And what I have been doing is if I go into the event log channel, I can see when people make edits or updates to their project or their username. So I really watch that Giveth.io event log channel for the things that are happening, which right now I want to say I don't think that anything is, I don't know if it's the webhook or if it's it's not showing up in the channel anymore. The activity isn't coming up in the Giveth.io event channel anymore. So I don't know.
Since this afternoon?
Yeah, well, since yesterday or the day before.
Because Griff was closing some Slack channels. When did you do that?
I did it this morning.
Okay, so it'd be unrelated.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what's causing that, but that's how I usually look for edits. But it would be nice if eventually at some point at Fast Follow or something in the admin bro, if the status, if an edit happens and the status goes to not reviewed, so then we could just filter by the ones that haven't been reviewed, and if a change gets made, then it gets that status. I don't think it's super necessary right now or for launch or anything, but just in the future, that would be a good way to maybe moderate when changes are made to projects.
I think it's not that hard. Right after edit of every project, we can set the listing attribute to not reviewed or null, and you can easily find it out in the admin bro.
Yeah, if it's easy on your guys' side, that would be really nice on our side. And then the other question, since we're talking about the admin bro, I did have a couple questions about it. Is there already a mechanism set up to automatically list projects after a certain amount of time? I think that time is set to something very short, because
yeah, good point. We have to change it. It's just for configuration.
Okay, cool. Because I've noticed a couple projects get listed really quickly, and it wasn't me that did it. And at first, I started asking questions to other people who have admins accounts, so I wasn't sure if it was somebody in there that were listing them. But there were a couple that it was test projects were getting listed. But so I think the time limit is just set really short right now. So we want to make sure that that's, what did we say, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
2 weeks.
I don't know. 2 weeks? Let's do it 2 weeks. Carlos can do it as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carlos. And yeah, it's done on my side. Thank you, guys. We have to test again and again, and I'm really afraid of the flows that have relations with the admin bro. For example, listing things, deactivating, activating again, canceling. We have business like canceling. And we didn't go through this process too much. Also giving updates on a project, all of the test parties that we have are, for not project manager type of users, just, more for donors. And we don't have any specific problems unless the responsive parts. So Ramin is working on responsiveness, and I think we only have him one day. Am I right, Ramin? Yeah, Ramin is going to be, yeah. Go ahead, man.
Nothing. I just said yes.
Thank you. I appreciate if you, before you're leaving, share it, with Metal. I can set up a meeting with you and Metal to make it more familiar with the things that you had recently do specifically for the responsiveness. And yeah, Lauren, are you ready for the rest of the meeting?
I can be, kind of. I mean, I'm just not, well, Fabio and Pedro aren't here, and Fabio and Pedro or Cherrick are the ones who are like mostly active right now working on the Give economy stuff, so I'm not sure it's the best use of everyone's time to go through things that are remaining. I mean, we could make this into a testing party for either the DApp or for the Give economy, but probably mostly the DApp makes more sense. Because I think the Give economy right now, we have a few things that are like waiting to be merged and still being fixed on, and they're like this, tomorrow will be later, or tomorrow will be better, or later will be better.
Sorry, Carlos is having fun with a cute puppy.
Yeah, he's bothering someone, so I had to grab him.
So, I mean, what if we made it into? We could make it into either a hack session or testing party on the DApp. That's what I think.
Maybe before we go that direction, I just want to check in on givebacks. Is everything set for givebacks? Does that feel like check mark, no problem? I saw that Mitch actually sent the givebacks to, and they're showing up on the front end pretty well, right? Is there any feedback on that needs to be captured?
Maybe just everyone have a look, like everyone who donated to verified projects, like a week or so ago, maybe just check that if you have more givebacks or something.
I have a question. Is the givebacks assuming one give is $1?
No, it's 20 cents. 1 million give at 20 cents.
And everybody, since we have so much give being distributed, everyone should get like 75% in total of their donation value of the difference. So maybe you could do like a quick check to make sure that your math checks out. Since we're like really early, you should be getting like 7.5% of the value of your donation. If you donated like 50 wrapped XDAI, 50 XDAI, assuming like each give is 20 cents. So it's like 50 divided by 0.2 is the total value of give that you would get back, and then you should be getting like 7.5% of that. That was probably confusing just to say out loud, but you guys are all smart and good at math, so like, does it make sense? Could everyone kind of just quickly do a check and ratify their numbers, making sure it's like consistent with what their donation value is?
Sorry, Mitch, what period of time did you use from what time should we calculate our donation?
It was from, the givebacks period was between the 2nd to the 16th, I think. So I think that covered all the donations that were posted in the channel.
Oh, okay.
So donations to verified projects.
Oh, good. Thanks.
Okay, so like Lauren said, check that. But then after this is basically the last time we think about givebacks. Once we get this feedback round, let's not think about givebacks until after the launch, because in the end, if the front end looks weird or something, we can fix that after we launch. There won't be givebacks for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, at least from a technical standpoint, like, the system works. So that's great.
So we just ratify our numbers, and then, I mean, yeah, there are known things we need to change after launch in terms of like the communication, because the stream is already added, not like the Give Firm streams, which you have to claim to add them. But there's already issues with this, so just check the value of your givebacks.
Cool. So then, are we going into Hackstash or testing party, or who wants to take the lead on using this time wisely?
I think we can do both of them, and because testing is a process that we are all developers here, not real users, but I really prefer that we can do it right now, but the one-on-one meetings, it's going to be much more easier if the user don't have a sense of what's going on. And I have a clue on that's what's right now. All the tech guys are here, and maybe testing party is not very beneficial.
Well, then Hackstash. We can all hang out and work on what we got to work on. Fast communication's easy.
Sorry, I didn't get Hackstash on what?
Whatever people are working on, I mean, just like let's all go to work.
Yeah, we can see what's going on the responsive side from Ramin. Ramin, would you please share your screen and let us know what's going on and what we have to do?
I think I will send it tonight. There were some problems on the donate page and on the models. For example, the network change model, and when a user have no balance, there is insufficient balance model.
Insufficient balance.
Yeah, they weren't responsive at all. That I should work on it, and also on the header that maybe I was implementing a mobile header, but Mosaidi said that maybe it's not completed, so I should revert it back and use the responsive use the responsive menu for the mobile. Just we should remove the drawer drop down menu. I'm still working on it, and I think I will send it by tomorrow.
Or what the creates page? Did you check it? That is, because there are lots of some errors, some pop-ups, maybe some.
No, I didn't check it, but okay, I will check it.
Okay. I think you won't find time, because you just have one day. And, we can, right now, we can handle a meeting to share what you're doing right now. You please ask Metal for reviewing the stuff. And, I can handle a meeting right now if you want to share, what you did with somebody else.
Yeah, okay.
So, don't we want to do it on Access, or you just ask for review?
Yeah, okay. No problem. After sending the PR, I will. We can have a talk with Meto.
Thank you. And Mohammed, do you? I can handle the rate limit stuff that you have right now with the coordination of the Meto in this meeting. Shall we?
Yeah, I have created an issue. Just if Mato can take it, it would be great. Let me send the issue again in the development channel. Let me find that, because I explained everything in that issue.
And what's? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and after doing that, the front end should not do anything anymore. It's about that, just back end side, and it has no breaking change. So after front end do that, the they would not affect their current process.
So, what time do you want to set up for? It's configurable for sure, but what's the default rate limit that you want to apply?
I think we can reach a number with trial and error, maybe, or something like 50 in 1 minute or something like that. Maybe is good. I don't know exactly. So,
Do you want to have an advice from the Kai side?
it would be great if he has some suggestion. It would be great.
Kai, what's your opinion? How what's the time frame we should set for rate limits?
What do you mean, the time frame for testing it?
No, we want to implement the type limit in the GraphQL, prevents lots of requests at the time.
Yeah.
And we have to set a special time for it. Your time frame. Yeah, threshold.
Time period and threshold. Monique wants that.
Should we wait for to have more data so we know how many requests we can actually handle? I've just put that in the security group to ask our expert that maybe he can tell us a way to measure that. No suggestion from my side. I would say it's okay to do it right away when we know, or before launch.
Yeah, because it's configurable, we can change it whenever we want. But for the default, time limit, rate limit, because we have problem in trace. Right after we set a rate limit, we have problem even for the current users. They were blocked. So because of that, I just want to set a good rate limit and threshold. To make
I'm not sure that's so easy, because you set the rate limit on the back end and it gets all requests from the front end, so you cannot discern between users, because usually you would rate limit a user to like 1 input per second or something. But yeah, we should probably.
It should be based on the IP, I think.
If we still get that in the requests, yeah.
Go ahead, Mom.
Please go ahead.
Go ahead, Mohammed. You want to say that's based on the IP? Am I right?
Yeah. I just want to confirm your what you said. Yeah, nothing more. Sorry for interrupting you, Kai.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry, but I don't have any data you could go off. Like, I don't want to make assumptions.
Okay. I think Mohammed is on that group too. Am I right, Kai?
Yes, everyone is here. Hopefully, Carlos is not. Sorry. Yeah, we had this group, and they're limited to 10. It's very stupid. But they are all on our servers. The guys looking at this, and there's a thread in Giveth IO Dev that's called Dev and SecOps for launch, and we can use that to talk as well. Everybody who's in the other thread is here as well.
Okay. And let's get back for that DB changing. I think tomorrow morning your time could be a good time. Am I right? Meto, for Sunday, for Saturday, it was your morning. Am I right? The least traffic that we have.
Yeah, that's what I think. Mitch was the one that said that. So we did the release around 10 a.m. Costa Rica time.
So let's everybody confirm that we do it for next day. That time, 10 a.m. Costa Rica time. Tomorrow we have 5 minutes down. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. No, but that
Yeah,
Go
I'm
ahead.
on the road. I have to do it in the European morning before I go. But it will be only a couple of minutes. Like if anything happens, I put it back to what it was. It should really be very quick. I would be amazed if somebody managed to try something on there. If we think it's necessary, I can also make a new page on the front end, direct everything to the new page that just says we're down for 5 minutes. Please try back later. While
That's better. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. So the time is set. 5.
Yep, I'll do it 10 a.m. my time, CET.
Okay. No, we can be aware of that if we don't have metal. Thank you. And okay, what's left? And Carlos, can you, I don't have any issue for it right now, but would you please change the default value of the listing to not reviewed after any edits on the project?
How? Sorry, can you repeat?
And me as a product manager, if I want to edit my project, go to the edit, we have to change it to not reviewed or null for listing field. Can we do it?
I think that we already did that. We set it to null by default. But I'll double check.
I mean, after editing the project, there are another event. I edit my. It's not creating; it's editing.
Okay, can we create an issue with all the details, and I'll do it.
Okay. So I just want to make sure that it's have the the same. Is it the same events? We have creation and we have edits of the project. For creation, we set null. What about the edits? Edit is another web services, or we just use the same web service.
When editing a project, well, right now, the listing will remain however it was the last time. So if it was null, it will remain null. Not sure what is the new flow here, but
so we can't make a we can put make a difference between these two actions, editing and creating. Am I right?
Yeah.
So that Mohammed, do you have any idea how we can manage it?
I'm sorry, I was a little distracted by my nephew here. If you can repeat it again, I would appreciate it.
As I understand, we use the same web service for even editing the project. We have editing the project and we are creating the project. When the project is created, we set the listing, value to null. We want to do it for editing, and how we can.
I'm not sure. We check editing, Carlos. We don't check creation time. We check last update time.
Yeah, every time the project is updated, we change that value. Updated at.
Is there we can't use creation date? We don't have it. I think it should be possible. Am I right?
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like describe the whole flow. Like what is the scenario? Because I'm like a little bit confused. What should happen when I edit the project? Like that's my confusion.
So it's my side. you as a project manager go to your project page.
Mhm.
You click on the edits.
Of
you
a
change
project. Okay.
yeah, you see your project and you click on edits and you change all the data provided before and you click on submit. In this case,
Okay.
we want the verification team review the project again and list it again.
Okay.
Assume that is confirmed as a listed, and we have listed for, we have yes for list field. But after edits, we want to change it to null again.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I get it. I can. I think I can do that. I did something similar for the updated app, like Mohammed said. So we can do something similar for when updating. We set the listing again to null. Okay, I get it now.
Sorry, just
It's not no, it's null.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead,
sorry
Mohammed.
for just being clear to me. After every edit, the listed should become false. Yeah. The project is listed. When you edit that, it
It's
should
not
be
false.
unlisted.
It's null.
No, I don't talk about the field names. I just talk about the state of the project. The listed project after edit become unlisted. After any edit that user make.
Yeah, because we can't understand that how much edit the user did make. For example, it can be whole data, even the title, the picture, everything. So it's better for the verification. Yeah, and we have that threshold for that 2 weeks, and we have to change that 2 weeks. This is another issue for you, Carlos, if you can handle it. We have to change it for 2 weeks in production.
The listing automatically to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I already did that. I just did that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
How long ago did you change that, Carlos?
Like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, okay, cool, perfect.
And there's another issue. I don't know about the autopilot emails, but actually, do we send emails when we directly cancel any project from the admin bro?
Yes, there's an email that goes out once the project has been canceled. There's one for if it's unlisted, which provides them with a guide to how they could make their project better and get it listed. And then there's also one that goes out when your project gets listed. So all three statuses have email.
Thank you. Just to make sure. I think Marco want to change the term of active deactive to archive and unarchive. I think from my understanding that he put in the channel. I think it's the better terminology for it. Just to sync with you guys for the verification team. Is that okay for you?
I'm sorry, I got a second distracted for a second. You wanted to set up something to collaborate?
Yeah, Marco suggested that's for next version, active or deactivating change to archive or unarchive.
Okay. And that's for it on the trace side.
Yeah, like the trace side.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. What did you need me to do?
I think we have to, it's not implemented. It's for next version, but I understand from the messages that he sent to the channels, he used the archive things, and I just want to be sync with you guys because you're face the customers.
I think that we could definitely integrate it with the listing and unlisting process. If things needed to be archived or unarchived on trace. The only real use case, like the biggest use case that we're going to see for that is if a IO project becomes unverified for any reason, then we would then archive their campaign and trace. I don't know that that's going to be a frequent use case, but it seems like that would be the main function of that usability.
Yeah, we tested it on the staging, and I don't test it in non-production again, but I think it's working. Okay, and let's see what's remained. Mohammed, you posted that's rate limit in the dev channel. Meta, would you please take a look at it right now?
Yeah, I'm talking with Mohammed in the DM, doing that right now. Sorry.
No, just
No
because
worries.
it's a hack station, I have to follow it up. And guys, on the give economy side, don't have you any hack things right now? Any questions, follow-ups? I mean, Cherik.
Well, Tarek is working on issues right now and going to be picking up things on the give drop.
Yeah.
I'm like coordinating with all these people in DMs right now, like while the rest of the call is happening. But yeah, I don't know other hack session things. I think we're just kind of waiting on Pedro and Fabio right now, or Pedro to finish one PR. But
maybe we need to spend some. We need give Cherik some time to fix that PR. To maybe it needs some overhaul. What do you think, Cherik? Is it ready for merge or no? You want to individually refactor some parts and make that?
Yeah, I mentioned Pedro and put some comments under the PR. I don't know, Pedro fixed them or not. If they are fixed, so we can merge it, but I don't think so.
We don't have much time in order to make just message passing between you two. Someone should take over and fix it soon. We are waiting for that PR for I don't know 2 or 3 days. Maybe, I don't know. What's the duration when it has been created? Sorry if I'm so concerned about this drop.
No problem, I can fix it, but I just waiting for Pedro to finish his job, and then I can start my job, because if both of us working on it, we can merge. Yeah.
The good practice for this kind of is that Pedro should make a branch from this one and then create a pull request to Cherik pull request, not pushing directly in that PR. But that's Peter is here, Pedro is not yet. Lauren, what do you think? What they should do?
I was distracted. Sorry. Are you asking if we should merge Pedro's PR or review it?
No. It needs some time. It needs some. It's not finished yet. It needs some refactoring.
He's still working on it right now. I mean, he messaged in the channel, an hour ago. Okay, he messaged in the channel an hour ago. Maybe we can just ping him and ask him where he's at, because he said he had 2 small things to fix, and then Cherik could merge it.
Even he does that. Cherik will not. As far as I understand, Cherik will not merge it. Cherik needs time to work on it again to fix that, to fix everything. Am I right, Cherik?
Yeah, because maybe the number is okay, but we need to fix some technical issues and approve some clean code.
Let's have him merge what he has as soon as he can, and then Cherik, you take it over, because it really needed to be merged earlier this morning. So we really need those fixes so we can test it.
Yeah, I think the same. So I think Cherik should go ahead and fix that, and we can leave Pedro for his birthday.
Exactly.
Enjoy his birthday. Okay. Yeah.
I have another community call, which I hope a lot of you guys will come to, but it's actually going to be in the Google Meet that's in the calendar. And if someone's not on feel free to DM me, and we can bring you into the Google Meet. Thank you all.
Thank you, guys. I think we're finished.